Hi everyone, Monisha here. So this is the second part of periodic classification of elements. In my previous video, that is in the first part of periodic classification, we discussed about the history and development of periodic table and how different scientists hard worked for upbringing the whole periodic table and the list of it. In this video, we will be learning and mainly concentrating about Mendeleev's periodic table since he is considered as the father of periodic table. Let us know the history, education, and how he built the periodic table, what are the demerits and merits and advantages of his periodic table, and how it led to the development of a modern periodic table. Let us learn about it fully and let us understand the concept of it. First, why do we need a classification in the first place? Why do we need a classification of elements? With the passage of time, new elements are being discovered. To study them in an orderly manner and to predict their properties easily, we require classification. The following scientists have made some significant contributions in the achievement of the same: Johann Wolfgang Daubeney, John Newlands, Mendeleev, and Henry Moseley. So these are few persons we give credit to, but behind there are too many people, too many scientists who worked on it. And these four persons is considered as the main one. Mendeleev periodic table. According to Mendeleev, no law of nature, however general, has been established all at once. Its recognition has always been preceded by many presentiments. By Dmitry Mendeleev. Dmitry Mendeleev, 1834 to 1907. So Dmitry Ivanovich Mendeleev, born on 8th February 1834 and he died on 2nd February 1907, was a Russian chemist and inventor. He formulated the periodic law, created a far-sighted version of the periodic table of elements, and used it to correct the properties of some already discovered elements and also to predict the properties of 8 elements yet to be discovered. Let us know about his early times. In 1863, there were 56 known elements with a new element being discovered at a rate of approximately 1 per year. So each year, one element has been discovered. Other scientists had previously identified periodicity of elements. John Newlands described a law of octaves, noting their periodicity according to relative atomic weight in 1864, publishing it in 1865. His proposal identified the potential for new elements such as germanium. The concept was criticized and his innovation was not recognized by the Society of Chemists until 1887. Another person to propose a periodic table was Lothar Meyer, who published a paper in 1864 describing 28 elements classified by their valence, but with no prediction of new elements. Mendeleev's life. Mendeleev, becoming a teacher in 1867, Mendeleev wrote the definitive textbook of his time, Principles of Chemistry, 2 volumes, 1868 to 1870. It was written as he was preparing a textbook for his course. This is when he made his most important discovery. As he attempted to classify the elements according to their chemical properties, he noticed patterns that led him to postulate his periodic table. He claimed to have envisioned the complete arrangement of the elements in a dream. He said that, "I saw in a dream a table where all elements fell into place as required. Awakening, I immediately wrote it down on a piece of paper. Only in one place did a correction later seem necessary." Mendeleev. So why he is great? Is it because he listed down the known elements? No. Besides, he wasn't even the first person to do it. Is it because he arranged elements with the similar properties together? No. That had already been done too. So periodic table. Mendeleev's periodic table is mainly based on 2 facts. One is atomic mass, similarity of chemical properties. Mendeleev's periodic law. This is very important. Mendeleev's periodic law states that the physical and chemical properties of elements are the periodic functions of their atomic masses. So Mendeleev's periodic table meant an basis of atomic mass and periodic functions of the elements. Prediction of elements. If you observe the third column and fifth row, you will observe a dash. The dash there proves his genius. He made a very bold statement here. We all haven't discovered this element yet. In the meantime, I am going to give it a name. It is one step from aluminium. So I will call it Eka aluminium. It is said by Mendeleev. Eka being one in Sanskrit. The meaning of Eka is one in Sanskrit. Eka aluminium. Nobody found Eka aluminium yet, so we don't know anything about it, right? Wrong. Based on where it is located, I can tell you all about it, said Mendeleev. Later, he made a few conclusions about Eka aluminium. He said atomic weight 68, it is a solid metal, lustrous, heat conductivity, malleable and ductile, melting point is low, and cubic centimeter weighs 6 gram. Wrong order of elements. He basically arranged elements according to their masses, but sometimes placed a lighter element before a heavier one to satisfy that all elements in the column have similar properties. For example, in reality, nickel weighs less than cobalt, but Mendeleev has placed cobalt before nickel. Limitations. There are certain limitations in Mendeleev's periodic table. Position of hydrogen. Hydrogen has been placed within first group with the alkali metals. Hydrogen makes compound just like the alkali metals but also exists as diatomic molecule like halogen. Mendeleev could not explain about this anomaly. Isotopes. Mendeleev could not give separate position for the isotope of an element. So Mendeleev periodic table, we will have a brief explanation of it. Mendeleev classified elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses and similarities in their properties. The formulae of the oxides and hydrates formed by the elements was also in the basis for the classification of elements. Mendeleev's periodic table has 6 horizontal rows called periods and 8 vertical columns called groups. Sorry, it has to be column. Vertical column called groups and horizontal rows called period. The groups 1 to 7 had 2 subgroups called A subgroup and B subgroup. Group 8 had 3 rows of elements. Elements having similar properties were placed in the same group. There are some spaces left vacant in the table to accommodate elements to be discovered in future. So Mendeleev's periodic table. Mendeleev's research was based on 63 elements that were known at that time. He studied the relationship between the atomic masses of the elements and their physical and chemical properties. He studied the formation of hydrides and oxides of the elements and treated this as one of the basic properties of the element. The periodic table contains vertical columns called groups and horizontal rows called periods. He placed elements that had similar properties under vertical columns and leaving blank spaces for the elements not yet discovered. There are many more advantages in Mendeleev's periodic table. First is study of elements. First time, all known elements were classified in a group according to their similar properties. So, study of the properties of elements become easier. Second is predicting new elements. It gave encouragement to the discovery of new elements as some gaps were left in it. SC, GE, TC were the elements for whom position and properties were defined by Mendeleev even before their discoveries, and he left the blank spaces for them in his table. Blank space at atomic weight 72 in Si group was called Eka silicon, and element discovered later was named germanium. Eka aluminium is gallium, Eka boron is scandium, and Eka manganese is technetium. But there are many more demerits or disadvantages in Mendeleev's periodic table. First is position of hydrogen. Hydrogen resembles both the alkali metals and halogens in properties. So Mendeleev could not decide where to place it. Next is position of isotopes. An atomic weight of isotope differ. They should have been placed in different position in Mendeleev's periodic table. But there were no such positions for isotopes in Mendeleev's periodic table. Next is anomalous pairs of element. There were some pairs of element which did not follow the increasing order of atomic weights. Example, argon and cobalt were placed before potassium and nickel respectively in the table but having high atomic weights. Next is like elements were placed in different groups. Pt and Ag, platinum and argentum, which have similar properties, were placed in a groups 8 and group 1b respectively. Position of isotopes. As atomic weight of isotopes differ, they should have been placed in different position in Mendeleev's periodic table. But there were no such positions for isotopes in Mendeleev's periodic table. Last demerit is anomalous pairs of elements. There were some pairs of elements which did not follow the increasing order of atomic weight. Example, Ar and Co, that is argon and cobalt, were placed before potassium and nickel respectively in the table having higher atomic weights. So this is the periodic table done by Mendeleev. Groups, the columns which are called as the vertical columns are groups and the horizontal rows are periods. It is based on atomic weight. Each group up to 7th is divided into two subgroups, A, normal elements and B, transitional groups. So why do we need a periodic table in the first place? The periodic table organizes the elements in a particular way. A great deal of information about an element can be gathered from its position in the periodic table. For example, you can predict with the reasonably good accuracy the physical and chemical properties of the element. You can also predict what other elements a particular element will react with chemically. Understanding the organization and plan of the periodic table will help you obtain the basic information about each of the 118 known elements. So this is the periodic table which we use today. Here H hydrogen green in color, where yellow is alkali metals, next light blue is alkali earth metals, the orange one is transition metals, next the blue color is poor metals, next the white is non-metals, the red one is noble gases, and the last grey color is rare earth metals. So this is the classification of the periodic table of elements. In this video, I have included the achievements, merits and demerits of Mendeleev's periodic table and about the life of Mendeleev. I hope you understood and give respect to these great scientists. Thank you. If you have any suggestions or queries, comment me in the comment section below. Thank you. Thanks a lot.